I'm a longtime actor who finally got a chance to direct a show. I'm doing a production of A Christmas Carol at Second Story Rep, and this is a series of videos on my journey through the process. Hi, I'm Doug Fahl, your Augmented Actor, helping you augment your acting career with tips, tactics, and tech. I'm going to work on concepting the Ghost of Christmas Past in Gravity Sketch. Let's go back in and see. Okay, so I'm inside a dark version of Gravity Sketch. I have my light over here, but there's nothing to reflect on yet. So let's make a figure. We're going to need a figure to build a costume around. And in my show, Christmas Past is a female character played by the fabulous Britt Boyd. And let's say we want to pose her how she might be most of the time. So I think she's going to be sort of gesturing a little bit. My idea for this costume is, in the book, she's got a kind of a flamey, candly head. She's like a candle. So she's glowing with white light and a bright white costume, usually done in white. So let's choose a bright white color here. And let's see, that's pretty good. Let's get to our fabric material, and we're going to put it on precise, and we're going to give it kind of a flat look here. And I'm going to use in point mode. So point mode is basically every time you half click on the thing, it puts another point, and then you can kind of shape where you want the fabric to go. And let's also put the mirror on, and let's show our mirror access there. Let's bring a new character in and put her in the origin point. Okay, that way it's kind of a mirrored thing. So anything we do on one side will also happen on the other. Then we can take our figure and pose it. So that's pretty good. If you're enjoying this video so far, now would be a good time to pause the video and hit that like button down below. You can also take a moment to subscribe, because my content is often really interesting like this, and new ways to use virtual reality in combination with acting and theater. And then when you're ready, you can move on. Let's just give her a drapey, flowy outfit here. Yeah, that works good. Again, I'm not a costume designer, so I'm going to leave that up to them to figure it out. But I'm going to just give them an idea of kind of what I want to go for. And so we do all this little snappy stuff, and let's bring it out a little bit. Down at the bottom, a little bit tighter over here. Great, something like that. Same thing with the back. Snap these together. Let's put another row in here. Great, and then now the bridge should work. See how it bridges these two pieces of fabric together? You can still bring this out so it fits the figure a little bit more and is a little more fluffy and rounded. Bring that up so it matches there. Same thing here. Bring it up a little bit. There. All right, so we have a flowing robe. That's kind of how I picture it. And then on the top, I would put like a little candly hat thing. So let's give it a little bit of thickness here. And I would say we want something that's kind of drawn like a melted candle around her head. It can maybe drip down a little bit. I'm just thinking candle wax and kind of a candly shaped formation here. Kind of drawn that in like that. And then on top, let's bring this in a little bit more and give it a little more volume and depth. You could use the volume tool for this. That kind of looks like a candle. And then we're going to change the color and do some flamey stuff, so sort of a bright yellow. And let's make this bright, flamey emissive color. And then here we want to go into our taper and taper the ends so that it kind of comes up like this. And it can be a little thicker. And we can add some other flames. Now this could be done with like a mechanical candle or one of those translucent bulbs or something to that effect. And I'm just not quite sure. Little sparks of white in there. How the effect could be, it could be a little fan blowing pieces of fabric up there, but something along the lines of that is what I'm looking for. And then she would be carrying a snuffer, a candle snuffer, which is in the book. So let's shut off the mirror now, and let's give her a little candle snuffer. So we could do that with our tool here. Now that would probably be a metallic reflective material, and it would probably be a little bit gray. And it would sort of start in and kind of taper down into a cone. Let's refine that a little bit. A little longer here, maybe a wider end. I don't know what they look like, but if I wanted to bring in a reference image, I could do that as well. And then I can make it a little thicker. And let's change this again to a contoured. There, that looks good. That way I can kind of see the shape of it a little bit more. And let's bring the thickness out like that. Okay, so now we have this thing, and it would probably have a little handle on it. So let's just draw a little handle. Probably around there somewhere. That's a little thick, but let's fix that. I'm sliding left on my trackpad here just to sort of give it some thickness where I want the thickness and thinness where I want the thinness, and you can just shape this how you might see fit. We're going to take these two items here and we're going to group them by pushing this purple button, and that groups them together, and that way they can be moved. And then we're going to just put this in her hand over here, maybe like that or so. And then there's our costume. I'd love to know what you think of my costume design. Leave a comment down in the comments below and tell me what you think of this whole experience here. If I want to use this in another scene and I want to be able to keep these mirrored, welded together, then what I can do is export this model as an OBJ or an FBX file, and then I can bring it into my Gravity Sketch folder and then import it into another file. So let's try doing that. So we go up here, we're going to export it as an OBJ, double-sided, axis up, and then we're just going to hit that, and then we're going to say past, P-A-S-T, boom, saves the model. Then I'm going to save my project here as past as well. That way, if I want to come back and modify something, it'll be there. And then let's exit out and bring our model in. Okay, let's bring the past model into our scene here. All right, so we're opening up our previous scene. If you didn't see this video of me designing the set, you might want to take a look at it. It's linked up above and down in the description below. I'll just fix the Cratchit house here. It got a little wonky on my last save. And then this table is our cemetery from before. Yeah, it's a really cool video looking at how to build little sets like this. So you might want to check that out. This is Marley. We're going to set him aside for now. And then we're going to bring in a model, importing it from here. And we're going to look for past. And it is right there. So you click on it. Takes a little moment to load it in, but there she is, and we can bring her in, size her to where we want her, and then maybe she's on the bed, and maybe Scrooge is sitting on the bed with her, or she could be on the fireplace. Let's put her on the fireplace over here. Oh, that'd be awesome. Maybe that's a good idea. So now I have built another stage here for Christmas Past, and I move the people onto a people layer. The people disappear with the people layer, the props disappear with the prop layer, and the stage disappears with the stage layer. And then I'm going to take the tool up here and I'm going to say past. And so this is my concept for Christmas Past. We've got our little Christmas model in here. And let's take a photo of this because I want to save that. Christmas Past. Boom. I like that she's on the fireplace, but I don't think I can move the fireplace with her on it. And these things got to move. Although one might just be able to stay. It's an interesting concept. I might have to play around with that. Anyway, you might be an actor and maybe you don't have a VR rig, but maybe there's somebody out there that you know of that would really benefit from seeing this video. I would super appreciate it if you would share this video with them, and maybe they'll get a kick out of it. All right, thanks a lot for joining me today. We've built another set in our ongoing set scene here. We looked at our character of Christmas Past, and I think in just a few minutes we've created something really quite beautiful. And thanks for joining me today. See you again next time. Bye.